Thanks for stopping by stampstodiefor.com today. Today I'm going to show you something that's going to be new starting September 1st. We will be selling this amazing basic black Archival ink pad. Now I know it's a little early to get you excited about it, but I don't want you to miss it. As soon as September comes out, it's going to be very popular. It's going to help with all your stamping needs and especially with watercoloring. So let me show you today how I used it with watercolor paper. You're going to need a few supplies for this project. I used our Watermelon Wonder ink pad, our Old Olive ink pad, and our Daffodil Delight ink pad. And the stamps that I'm going to be using today is the I've Got This. We're going to be using the flower and the Good Things Are Going to Happen. And then I'm going to pull out this little butterfly from the Papillon Potpourri as a little embellishment. If you haven't gotten our basic white heavy-duty cardstock yet, you'll want to give this a try. It's really great for the base of your card. It's 100-pound weight, and it has all the great qualities of our Whisper White cardstock. And then we're going to be layering on a little piece of designer paper. And today I'm going to be using the Fast Fuse. Now this has been in the catalog since last year, but I am going to admit that I just got this because Stampin' Up! Gave it to me free. I didn't think I needed another adhesive, and oh my gosh, I love this. You're going to want to try it. Now the designer paper that I'm using is a 2-inch by 5.5-inch piece of designer paper, and I'm using the In Color 2015-2017 paper stack. And you can see that I just run this and do a little check. You want to totally stop and then pull up. And I'm going to layer this right in the middle of my card. I say that like right in the middle. It's as close as it's going to get. So, and now I have a mat. This is our Watermelon Wonder paper. This is 3 inches by 4 1/4, and I'm going to be stamping our image on this watercolor paper that's 2 3/4 by 4 inch. I've got a little scrap of Old Olive and a little scrap of Whisper White. So now I'm going to be showing you something else today that I really love. It's our Stampin' pad that's good for paper piercing or stamping. Now this side has a couple holes on it, so I try to keep one side for stamping and one side for paper piercing. So I'm going to put my watercolor paper on here. I'm going to grab that basic black ink pad, and on this larger stamp I like to ink it up versus going this way. I like to take on the larger stamps, I like to take my ink pad and ink it up and kind of move it around so you get all of it. And then I'm going to put this down on my paper, and voila. Now you notice some little deviations. Maybe you can't see that on the camera, but with watercolor paper it doesn't always, it's very textured, so sometimes you'll have you know, some missing places, but that's okay because that's what watercoloring is about. Now I've got our aqua painter, and this is filled with water, and I'm going to take our Watercolor Wonder ink pad and squeeze it. The pads are designed so that you can squeeze them, and when you open it up you have this little artist's inkwell. So I'm going to just squeeze a little water in there, and I'm going to start by coloring just randomly the petals. I'm just kind of giving it a wash. If you go out of the lines, that's really okay because that's what watercoloring is all about. So, and then I'm just going to go back in and add some heavier. Now it's good too, and I didn't leave too many, but there are some little white areas. It's good when you're watercoloring to leave some of those areas white. It just gives the project a little more depth, and I should have left more. I got carried away with my washing. But you know, that's okay because it's really just all about having fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now I squeeze out my aqua painter on my paper towel, and So I'm going to just run down there with that. Now if you get too much color on and you want to get some off, you just squeeze that out and go in and pull it off, and you can see how it takes some of the color out. And then you can go in and add some more. So watercoloring is not an exact art. It's okay if you go out of the lines. It's all okay. That's the beauty of it. And here I'm going to just pick up some of this yellow and stick it in the center of our flower. Now we're going to layer this. Now you'll notice on the back side, I had to restart the video, so I have a partially watercolored one. But that's the beauty of our paper, is it's double-sided. We're going to put this on our mat of Watermelon Wonder. And I kind of want to bump this up a little, so I'm going to take our dimensionals. Now when you get around to this outside edge, you can actually use up the entire sheet of our little honeycomb dimensionals. And I love our dimensionals, and you know, this is top secret, so I don't want it out there, but my husband works for 3M and we get tons of foam stick tape, double-sided foam that I could use for quarters, but I still buy our amazing dimensionals from Stampin'. So I'm going to now stamp our little butterfly in basic black on our little piece of scrap paper. Now you can see I got a little edge on there, but that's okay because I'm going to punch it out anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just gonna, you can see that when I watercolor here, none of that black bleeds, and that's the beauty of the Archival ink. And now I'm gonna take our little bitty butterfly punch, flip it over, put it in there. It's awesome. I love punches. They're so quick and easy. And I'm going to punch that out. Take a little glue dot. Just pull those little wings up a little bit. And now I'm going to stamp my greeting. The cool part about this pad too is it stamps really great on our regular cardstock, so you get a nice crisp image. Now I'm taking our wide oval punch and I'm just going to be punching that. And again, I'm going to be taking one of these dimensionals and just putting that in the corner. Adding our little greeting. And on the finished one, I have added some little rhinestones there. And you can also use this ink pad on the basic Whisper White cardstock and also the pearlized. Now I don't know if you can see the pearlized here. It's very difficult to see on camera, but that works pretty good for watercoloring too. You get a little different look. So there we have our 3 ones. This one I used a marker, so it's very bold and bright, but I used the basic black Archival ink on all of these. So I hope you enjoyed today's projects. If you did, please share the video with your stamping friends and hop over to my blog at www.stampstodiefor.com where you can purchase any of the products I showed here today. Happy stamping!